once sweet and clear, like moonlight through the pine.
My inspiration to getting into music was Merle Haggard. In fact, my dream was to become a professional musician.
Other arms reach out to me.
After 30 years of touring as a musician, and being married and having kids, you gotta pivot and life moves on.
Wow, Joe, you have had an incredible journey. From touring musician to Air Force veteran to business owner. Could you just share with me a little bit more about that?
You know, I grew up in a family that was musical, and I needed to do something, so I learned how to play bass, played with my family for a little while. That got kind of bored, so I found an all-kid band that I joined at 15, and we toured all over the country from the time that I was 15 till 18. These singers performed at the Grand Ole Opry, Louisiana Hayride, Jamboree USA, Johnny High's Country Music Show here in Fort Worth, so we were all over the place. After I graduated, I was still able to play music on the weekends in the Air Force, and after I exited the Air Force, I started my own band, toured 150, 200 dates a year, and did that for over 20 years.
For those of us that may not know, tell us about this current chapter you're in with Recoat Revolution.
Well, my wife, Jennifer, she works in the oil and gas business. She helps me out with Recoat Revolution. We found this great opportunity. We want to help people with a product versus selling like a hamburger, nothing wrong with that. But we wanted to find something that basically helped people, provide them with the service. So we looked around, we found, through a franchise rep, we found Recoat Revolution. I would have never thought I'd be in the flooring business, but we were so impressed with the process, the sandless, dustless, typically done in one day. We're in and out of your house by dinner time. We just love the business model, and we've been at it almost a year now.
That is really great. So I'm wondering, what made you decide to choose Southlake as your home?
Moving from Georgia, we looked for something similar in a town that we had come from. My son Jesse's involved in football. My son Wyatt's involved in the arts. We looked for a community that could provide that for our kids and give us a small town home feel. And Southlake does that for us. It gives us a community feeling that we had before, and we just really love it here.
So I've noticed you and Jennifer at a lot of our chamber events. Besides supporting the chamber, what else are you involved in?
Gosh, we're involved. My wife is so involved in the community with Southlake Women's Club, and we are also involved in a charity Bobby Fest, which is coming up for Amy's Wish with Wings, where I'll actually be performing at this year on May 2nd. And I also like to smoke meat with the Abiding dudes at my church, at Abiding Grace Lutheran Church. But we, you know, our children are also involved, and we just tried our best to get involved with the community that we live at, because that's important.
So when you're not making floors beautiful, what do you like to do in your free time?
Well, when I'm not doing floors, I'm very into playing pedal steel guitar. It calms me. I love doing it. I'm trying to master it. It's a very difficult instrument. And when I'm not doing that, Jennifer and I like to take the kids on vacations. We just got back from Mexico. We love doing that. And so we just love doing the stuff together. And if not, I'm playing pedal steel.
You've had a lot of chapters in your life. What advice would you have for someone starting a new chapter in their life?
You always got to be ready to pivot. After 8 years in the military, 30 plus years on the road as a musician, you kind of got to take it in steps and say, what's next for me? What's better for me? What didn't work? What might work? And pivot, and then change. And you always got to be ready for a new opportunity. But most of all, I think you have to make sure that you stay true to yourself and you do something that makes you feel good inside.